So, questions?
Who is asking?
Raise your hand if you have a question.
No? Hare Krishna. My question is, I wrote, I wonder if one does not yet desire to go back to Godhead, should one pray to desire to go back to Godhead, or should one desire to lovingly serve Krishna lifetime after lifetime?
Okay, so we heard the question. That question was asked to Srila Prabhupada different times. Burijan Prabhu asked that question to Srila Prabhupada. Should I stay here like birth after birth? And Prabhupada's answer was, don't make me come back for you. And then another time, Achyutananda Swami was asking the same question to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada said, one who is preaching, he's already back to Godhead. Krishna is talking with him. So if you're preaching, you're already back to Godhead. Maybe you don't know it. But Prabhupada, that's what Prabhupada's answer was to that question the second time. That, yes. But for neophyte devotees, it's better to desire to go back to Godhead, because you don't want to, you don't want to come back again. In the Shikshastika prayers, the fourth prayer, Natanam, Najanam, Nasundarim, that prayer describes the level of taste, or ruchi. In that level, the devotee says birth after birth. So if you're on the level of ruchi, then you can pray like that. Lord Chaitanya prayed like that. The reason why you can, how you can know when you can pray like birth after birth is when nothing disturbs you, when you're already back to Godhead, you see Krishna in everything. If you're already back to Godhead, you don't need to go. So at the level of ruchi, then you're practically back to Godhead already. Especially if you are a preacher, Prabhupada said. Okay, any other questions? Yes.
So yesterday you mentioned that spiritual community means that being bold for Krishna.
Yes, yeah.
So how does that manifest? How can we tell somebody's being bold for Krishna?
Well, Arjuna was manifesting humility by fighting the battle of Kurukshetra, and he was being bold for Krishna. In the beginning, he was falsely humble. No, I'm not going to fight. This would not be. How can I counteract with arrows my superiors? He was being humble. Krishna didn't appreciate that. All we know is when we're following the instructions of our spiritual master. And don't be bold unless you ask your spiritual master first. Don't do something crazy and think I'm being humble for Krishna. But make sure you consult with your authorities, with your spiritual master, with the books, Sadhu, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. It manifests when you go beyond your comfort zone. You know your comfort zone, what you're comfortable with. If you take a risk for Krishna, then that is being bold for Krishna. That is humility. Like ordinarily you wouldn't do it for yourself, but for Krishna you will do something. So your humility is that you're surrendering, you're depending on Krishna, for the results, you're depending on Krishna to protect you, to maintain you, and then you do your service for him. You may be bold in your service for Krishna. Any other questions?
Yes, Mataji has your question. Maybe you can say in Slovenia, Ragamačan. Kako reči slovenščini, bom izpravila.
Kako bi lahko v Sloveniji, glede na to, da je zaščita krav zelo pomembna, pomaga še večjemu številu krav pri zaščiti. Glede na to, ona kljub to svet, pa nekaj Slovenij, kaj, če bi lahko nam ki pomagala v svojim znanjem.
Okay, so Ragamačan Mataji has Goshala here in Slovenia, and she's asking a question that regarding that you travel all around the world and you see and also probably encounter many different cow protection communities. She's asking you for some guidelines how we could improve protecting cows in Slovenia. If you could say some words.
How you can improve? Yeah, I'm not very familiar with that topic. And I mean, I have seen, the best thing is if she consults with those communities. Anviks has cow protection. Hungary, I believe, has on cow protection. Yeah, I haven't studied it, so it's not something I could speak on actually. Any other question? Okay. Over
Meni se
here.
je porodil odgovor na vprašanje, če lahko jaz to mogoče delim ali angleščine. Mreže slovenščine. Ja. Glede krav se mi zdi, da najbolj jih lahko zaščitimo, če jih začnemo uporabljati na drugačen način, ko jih zdaj uporabljajo. Da potem ljudje vidijo, da so veliko več vredne, kot pa mogoče imajo zdaj to vrednost, ne, ki jo cenijo ljudje. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Because you're living in Vrindavan, where devotees usually are going to leave their body, can you share some realization in this regard regarding your generation slowly passing away, and some thoughts on that or some guidance for us? How do you see this first generation leaving their bodies and going?
Yes, well, Prabhupada left us when we were very young. We were in our 20s when Prabhupada left us and we had to take up the movement. So now we are much older, and you are also older too. There are some in the 40s, 50s. So yeah, it's not a problem, because what we are trying to do now is share whatever we have learned. The mood of Prabhupada, the teachings of Prabhupada, the instructions of Prabhupada. So you must take advantage of Prabhupada's instructions, the association that we give about Srila Prabhupada, whatever you can get about Prabhupada from us, that you should take to heart. And try to, it's not just the instructions, it's also the mood of the instructions. And I feel that mood is here in Slovenia. I feel that. It feels like the old days here. Very nice. Only one other temple is like Nepal is like that too. Nepal also. But so just keep up the same mood of family, community, working together to carry out the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. And I see when I come here, I have great hope that the movement will go on. It is not dependent on us, but because Lord Chaitanya already said his name will be spread in all the towns and villages of the world. But it is up to you to get the credit. That's all. It's already done. Krishna, just like Krishna said to Arjuna, I already killed everybody. You just have to be the instrument. So it's already spread, the devotees are already made, but you have to be the instrument. One time, Srila Prabhupada was on a morning walk in Vrindavan, and the devotees said to Srila Prabhupada, so Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he spread this movement in India, but I think he left it for you to spread all over the world. Srila Prabhupada said, yes, and for you. Not just, as also we have to do it, but we should feel that we are the instrument of Srila Prabhupada. And so try to get the mercy, try to get the association, try to see the videos of Prabhupada, see the memories of Prabhupada, as much as you can, catch the mood of Srila Prabhupada and his instructions. That's what we are giving to you, and that's what you also have to give to the next generation. And this is very important, to pass on the legacy that we have gotten. Any other questions?
Hare Krishna. There is difference. Many kirtan is kirtan. Only prema kirtan, and
I don't understand your question.
you speak before 2 days, before left body. Very nice solution. Devotee is here, kirtan is here, you left body.
Chaitan? Kirtan?
Kirtan,
Kirtan,
the devotee doing kirtan.
yes.
This kirtan, no big level kirtan, help for going for Golokin. Anyway, kirtan is okay.
Yes.
Any kirtan you going for Golok.
Any kirtan is going, you can go back to Godhead?
Yeah.
Yes? It's up to you how you receive it.
Ah.
If you are feeling this is a nice kirtan, I can do this, then that is good. If you think, oh, this is not a good singer, I should better go to another place, then that's your problem.
I looking many devotee no listen Prabhupada kirtan. Listen many different kirtan.
That's all right. Prabhupada gave his disciples, he wanted disciples to also sing, and his grand disciples to also sing. Everybody should sing. If we only listen to, I also, it's my preference to listen to Prabhupada's kirtan, but at the same time, we are in this movement and kirtan is going on. And it's not like it died after Prabhupada left, it's still going on. Kirtan is alive. And it's still happening, it's alive. And it's up to us whether we participate or not in the kirtan. That is our choice. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. So now we will go to the next part of our program.